business like real estate or consulting or coaching, maybe even insurance sales. Your presentation, it's a presentation business. And the way you talk to your clients, what you say to them, what you don't say, how you move your hands, how you look at them, all that's important. So when it comes to buying a house, there's like 3 ways that you can explain to your client, or your agent should be explaining to you if you are a client, that you can go about buying a house. Now, we're here in South Carolina, so we're explaining from the South Carolina contract, but I want you to take a look and see exactly how my partner, Quintella Simmons Kennard, mom, wife, boss, breaks this thing down and explains it through a presentation. It looks like a conversation. It's a conversation with words. How she breaks it down in this video that I'm gonna show you, and just gives it to them plain as day. And I want you to be able to watch and just see how natural it looks and how natural it even feels for the client. So if you're an agent watching this, let us know below. If you're a prospective client, or maybe there's somebody who likes to just get better in life, just let us know who you are watching in the comments below. We would love that. And I'm just going to jump straight to the presentation on the 3 ways in South Carolina that you can buy a house. And it should be kind of similar to wherever you're tuned in from.
Now, this section of the contract here, I feel like is really the most important part. I feel like it's important for the seller to understand this section as well as the buyer. If the list agent has done a good job with explaining this to their seller, then we shouldn't have any problems. So whenever you purchase a house in the state of South Carolina, you have 3 options. You've got repair procedure, you've got due diligence, and you have as is. Now, just working backwards, as is means exactly that. As is, how is, where is, it doesn't matter. You can get an inspection, but it's for informational purposes only. You can't ask anything of the seller at that point. Okay. Now, as a seller, of course, that's very appealing to them because they don't have to do anything. It's okay. So as a seller, if you receive a offer that says as is, it's very appealing because you don't have to do anything. But it's not necessarily appealing for you as the buyer because let's say everything looks good, but I mean, hey, you can put lipstick on a pig, you know? Yeah. So at the end of the day, if you have an inspection done and there's, you know, a roof leak and there's all these issues, if you submitted an as-is contract, it does not protect you. The next option would be the due diligence. Due diligence is more so in your favor. And so a lot of times the seller may not want to accept a due diligence offer. And when I say it's more in your favor, I mean you can walk away for any reason. And the only thing you have to do is provide a termination fee. Now there's no termination fee amount that's like in stone. The rule of thumb in the real estate world is, you know, at least $100, depending on how long you're asking the person to tie the property up, because there is kind of like a deadline. So like you could say, hey, I love the house, I want the house. I've had some of my investor friends that may say, well, I'm out of the country, but I really love that house. Go ahead and put an offer on it, lock it down for me. I'll be back in a week and I'll come and inspect it and make sure it's what I want. And so, you know, if you're gonna do something quick, like a week or so, a seller may be willing to take a due diligence offer. But just keep in mind, it's something where it's just not in their favor because you can walk away for any reason. So in order to get them to take a due diligence offer, you may have to offer a more appealing termination fee, $500, $1,000 even. So just kind of depending on how bad you want the property. Last but not least, you have repair procedure.
It was amazing. It was so natural. The reference that got me was the lipstick on a pig, you know, and that kind of brings some comic relief to your presentation. You know, if it was one point in the presentation, if you can remember where Quintella, she kind of took her eyes off the paper or off what she's doing and kind of looked up at her client. And that was a kind of see that if her client was paying attention, that also engages. And other little things you can do to help your client engage when you're doing a presentation is to use their name. So if it's Carol And hey, Carol, you see here, and when you do that, it kind of brings them back in. So you can rewatch that, just the way that she's holding the paper, how she's set up, and obviously she knows the contract. You don't want to be in business, especially if you're in real estate or any business that you're doing. You don't want to, if it's the client's first time seeing a contract, you don't want it to be the first time you see it or look like you've seen it. You feel me? So, man, you need to know that contract. And if you know it, it's easier to talk about it. It's easier to talk in a language that you're fluent in than a language that you're not. So, I just wanted to give y'all that. Follow my partner, Quintella Simmons Kennard, below at thesupersoloagent.com. If you're a new agent or agent that's been in the business a couple of years, but your transactions aren't where they want to be, man, she has an awesome starter kit package for you, or a restart package for you. Man, this help you get your things together, and it's straight to the point. It's not a bunch of fluff. Man, she has the numbers, her team has the numbers, and all that good stuff. So, man, don't have to be jazzed up too much more than what it is. As you can see right there, man, she's a beast when it's time to sit down. We want to appreciate that client also who let us actually take a look at that and do that live. So just thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe if you like videos like this. We are doing a series. We had the earnest money and explaining different things that somebody who wants to buy real estate may want to know. So it's a blessed to be here. If you're watching, you blessed to be here. Do all those social things, man. If you're here, like, share, subscribe, so we keep putting videos out like this. Appreciate you.